Have you ever wondered why two people can face the exact same situation, yet one sees endless possibilities while the other sees only obstacles? Why does one person move through life with confidence, peace, and purpose, while another remains trapped in fear, anxiety, and frustration? Is it luck? Is it talent? Is it destiny? Or is there something far deeper at work, something silently shaping every experience of your life? For a moment, stop everything. Listen carefully. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against the world. It is not against your enemies. It is not against your circumstances. The greatest battle is happening inside your own mind. Every day, thousands of thoughts enter your consciousness. Some lift you higher. Others quietly steal your energy, your confidence, your joy, and your future. The strange part is that most people never realize they are being controlled by these thoughts. They believe they are choosing their lives, while in reality, their unconscious mind has already chosen for them. Imagine waking up every morning carrying an invisible backpack filled with fear, doubt, anger, guilt, and regret. You don't see it, but you feel its weight in every decision you make. Every conversation, every relationship, every opportunity is filtered through that invisible burden. After years of carrying it, you begin to think, this is just who I am. But what if it isn't? What if the person you think you are is only a collection of repetitive thoughts and habits? One of the deepest insights inspired by Osho's philosophy is this: you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness watching them. This single realization has the power to transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Most people spend their entire lives trying to change the outside world. They change jobs, relationships, cities, clothes, routines, and possessions, hoping the next achievement will finally bring peace. Yet wherever they go, they carry the same mind. And because the mind remains unchanged, the same problems appear in different forms. The scenery changes, but the suffering continues. Imagine looking into a dirty mirror. If the reflection appears unclear, would you start cleaning your face? Of course not. You would clean the mirror. The mind is that mirror. When it is clouded with fear, insecurity, jealousy, comparison, and constant noise, life itself begins to appear distorted. The world isn't necessarily against you. Often you are seeing the world through a mind that has forgotten how to be still. From childhood, we are taught how to speak, how to study, how to earn money, and how to impress others. But almost no one teaches us how to observe our own mind. We learn mathematics before we learn awareness. We learn competition before we learn peace. We become experts at controlling others while remaining strangers to ourselves. Notice what happens the moment something goes wrong. Perhaps someone ignores your message. Instantly, the mind whispers, they don't respect you. A small mistake at work becomes, I'm a failure. One rejection becomes, I'll never succeed. These are not facts. They are stories created by the mind. Yet because they are repeated day after day, they begin to feel like truth. Psychology has long shown that the brain strengthens repeated patterns. The thoughts you practice become easier to think tomorrow. Fear repeated becomes anxiety. Gratitude repeated becomes peace. Confidence repeated becomes courage. The mind is constantly building pathways based on what you repeatedly feed it. Every thought is like planting a seed. Some seeds grow into forests of possibility. Others grow into prisons you cannot see. This is why controlling your thoughts does not mean suppressing them. It does not mean pretending negative emotions don't exist. Suppression only buries them deeper. Awareness is different. Awareness watches without becoming trapped. Imagine sitting beside a river. Leaves float past on the water. Some are green, some are dry, some are beautiful, some are broken. You don't jump into the river to grab every leaf. You simply watch them pass. Thoughts are exactly like those leaves. Happiness comes, fear comes, anger comes, excitement comes, sadness comes, awareness remains. The moment you stop chasing every thought, the mind begins to lose its power over you. The greatest illusion is believing every thought deserves your attention. It doesn't. If someone knocked on your door every minute with useless advertisements, would you invite each person inside your home? Of course not. Yet many people allow every fearful thought to enter their consciousness without question. The mind says, you are not good enough. You believe it. The mind says, success is for other people. You believe it. The mind says, you'll never change. Again, you believe it. But ask yourself one simple question. Who is hearing these thoughts? If you can hear them, then you cannot be them. There is a silent observer within you that has been present since childhood. Your body has changed. Your opinions have changed. Your relationships have changed. Even your personality has evolved. But the awareness that notices all these changes has remained the same. That silent presence is closer to your true nature than any passing thought. This is where real freedom begins. Imagine standing in front of a giant movie screen. The film changes every second. One moment there is joy, the next moment there is fear, then excitement, then sadness. But the screen never changes. The screen allows every image to appear without becoming the image itself. Your awareness is that screen. Thoughts are only the movie. Most people spend their entire lives trying to edit the movie instead of discovering the screen. This is why chasing positive thinking alone is not enough. If you force yourself to think positively while fear still controls you underneath, the conflict continues. Real transformation begins with seeing the fear clearly without running from it. Once seen completely, many thoughts disappear naturally because they survive only in unconsciousness. Think about the moments when you felt completely alive, perhaps watching a sunrise, sitting beside the ocean, walking through the mountains, holding someone's hand in silence. During those moments, wasn't your mind unusually quiet? Happiness arrived not because life suddenly became perfect, but because thought temporarily stepped aside. Peace is not something you create. Peace is what remains when unnecessary thinking disappears. Now imagine living from that place more often. Imagine making decisions from clarity instead of panic. Imagine entering conversations without overthinking every word. Imagine waking up without immediately remembering yesterday's failures. Imagine looking into the future without fear. That possibility already exists within you. The question is not whether you can control your thoughts. The real question is whether you are willing to stop allowing your thoughts to control you. From this moment forward, begin noticing your inner conversations. Don't judge them. Don't fight them. Simply observe. Watch how often your mind predicts failure before anything has happened. Watch how often it compares your life with someone else's. Watch how often it replays the past or worries about the future. The moment you become the observer instead of the prisoner, transformation has already begun. Because awareness is the beginning of freedom, and freedom is the beginning of creating the life you truly desire. In the next part, we will uncover the hidden psychological patterns that silently shape your destiny. Why the subconscious mind repeats suffering, why people become addicted to negative thinking without realizing it, and how awareness can break those invisible chains forever. Now the question becomes simple. If your thoughts are not you, then who are you? For years, perhaps even decades, you have lived as though every thought that entered your mind deserved to be believed. Every fear became your future. Every doubt became your identity. Every painful memory became a prison. But now you can see something extraordinary. Thoughts come and go. They are like clouds crossing the sky. The sky never chases the clouds. It simply allows them to pass. Your awareness is that sky. The moment you understand this, not merely as an idea, but as a living experience, your entire relationship with life begins to change. People often ask, how do I attract success? How do I attract love? How do I attract abundance? They search for secret techniques, magical affirmations, and shortcuts. Yet they forget the most important truth. What you constantly carry inside eventually shapes the way you act, speak, decide, and respond to the world. If your inner world is filled with fear, every opportunity looks dangerous. If your inner world is filled with comparison, nothing ever feels enough. If your inner world is peaceful, even challenges become teachers. This is why awareness matters more than control. The more you become aware of your thoughts, the less power they have over your life. Imagine walking through a dark room filled with furniture. Every step feels dangerous because you cannot see where you are going. Then someone turns on a single light. The furniture has not disappeared, but suddenly you stop crashing into it. Awareness is that light. It does not erase every problem overnight. It allows you to move through life with clarity instead of confusion. Many people believe they are waiting for the perfect moment before they become peaceful. They say, when I earn more money, I will relax. When I find the perfect relationship, I will be happy. When life finally becomes easy, I will meditate. But life keeps moving. One desire replaces another. One achievement creates the next ambition. One problem disappears while another arrives. If peace depends on circumstances, it will always remain temporary. Real peace begins the moment you stop making your happiness dependent on tomorrow. Inspired by Osho's teachings, meditation is not escaping life. It is becoming so present that life is experienced directly, without the constant noise of psychological resistance. Sit quietly for a few minutes each day. Close your eyes. Watch your breath. Let thoughts arise and pass. Don't fight them. Don't follow them. Simply watch. At first, the mind may become louder. That is normal. You are hearing what has always been there. Keep watching. Little by little, a gap appears between you and your thoughts. Inside that gap is freedom. Inside that freedom is intelligence. Inside that intelligence is love. And inside that love is the life you have been searching for. Remember this: you cannot always choose your first thought, but you can choose whether to build your life around it. Every day, your mind offers thousands of stories. I am too late. I am not good enough. People will judge me. I always fail. These are only stories. The observer inside you is untouched by them. The moment you stop feeding these stories with your attention, they begin to weaken. Your energy returns. Your confidence grows. Your relationships become more authentic because you are no longer acting from fear. The future changes because your present has changed. Attracting what you want is not about forcing the universe to obey you. It is about becoming free from the inner chaos that keeps you from seeing opportunities, taking meaningful action, and living with courage. A calm mind notices possibilities that an anxious mind overlooks. A grateful heart recognizes abundance that a fearful heart cannot see. A clear mind makes wiser decisions than a distracted one. That is the real transformation. Do not wait for another year. Do not wait for another Monday. Do not wait until someone gives you permission. Begin today. When fear appears, observe it. When anger appears, observe it. When jealousy appears, observe it. When joy appears, observe it. Become the witness, not the prisoner. There will still be difficult days. There will still be uncertainty. There will still be moments when old habits try to pull you back. But now you know the way home. Come back to awareness. Again, and again, and again. One day you will notice something incredible. The situations that once controlled you no longer have power. The opinions that once wounded you no longer define you. The fears that once stopped you have become distant echoes. Not because the world changed, but because you did. The greatest miracle is not changing the world. The greatest miracle is awakening yourself. And when you awaken, the world you experience changes with you. So before this video ends, take one slow breath. Let go of yesterday. Release tomorrow. Be here, right now, because this moment is the only place where life exists. This moment is the only place where peace can be found. This moment is the only place where transformation begins. Control your thoughts, not by fighting them, but by understanding them. Watch your mind, not with judgment, but with awareness. Live consciously, not for the approval of others, but from the silence within. When awareness becomes your guide, fear loses its voice. When fear loses its voice, your true potential begins to speak. And when your true potential speaks, you no longer chase the life you desire. You become the person capable of creating it. That is the real attraction. That is the real power. That is the real freedom. Thank you for listening. If this message touched something deep within you, don't let it remain just another inspiring video. Practice it. Sit in silence. Observe your thoughts. Live with awareness every day. Transformation is not found in information. It is found in experience. Until next time, remember, the mind can create your prison, but awareness always holds the key.